Okay, so markets opened up in the middle of its recent range. Here's one curb. Here's another. We opened up in the middle of the road, the worst area for the market to open. I'm going to be really picky on setups today. I had a really big day on Friday, had a really big day yesterday. I'm in coast mode today and Wednesday before the holidays. So anyhow, the market has been all up since the Asian session. So that could have been a little bit of a tell. Somebody wanted to get long coming into the US Open. See if you get a grind up move, or at least see if the market to run to maybe the upper side of the range before it would maybe run to the lower side of the range. The problem when the market opens in the middle of the range, which is the area, I love when the market opens near or above the upper range or near or below. The market is more responsive and more reactive out of the open. Right now, we could have a grinder for a while as the market brings in slowly, I can tell slowly, some participation. So I'm sitting on my hands. I'm way up, ready to do a withdrawal probably at the end of the day, anyhow, my TPT accounts. So I'm going to trade quality, only high quality today and tomorrow. What I was going to say is update. So I had to do a lot of traveling at the end of last week and over the weekend in conjunction with trying to bring an NT8 group, or at least one of the guys in the group, on full time. We've been going back and forth on how that could work, getting that done. And so anyhow, I think we're really close to what I would call finalizing something for the long term. So now that I feel both parties agree that we're at a point where we can start moving forward, I already turned over a range of stuff that I want that's going to be the Pack 1 items and the updates to the Scalper Strat and the Evo Strat. So those are the three predominant things in works as of completing this back and forth, having them look at what I have, seeing what they think would take to get it done, getting estimates on cost, getting stuff funded, and so far. So I'm going to do a touch base with them today on a Zoom call. So what I'm going to do is later in the day, I'm going to put out an update in the main room, and I'm going to have a timeline as to when I plan to launch Pack 1. And then right after that, we'll do the Scalper Strat update and then the Evo Strat update. So updated versions of the strategies with some slight update to the, nothing that you'll see visually, but some update to the grid Renko and so on. So look for that today, now that everything is full steam ahead on that new capability that I'll have for the long haul. I'm going to be super, super busy tonight, all through the holiday weekend into the beginning of December with family and relatives for stuff that was planned a long time ago. But I got plenty of time now to, especially as I'm going to wind down my trading. I kind of on purpose focused really hard Thursday, Friday, and Monday. I traded much more size than I usually do, knowing that kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, I want to wind down, slow things down, and just be all focused on launching the Pack 1 to the existing group, getting Pack 1 out in general, as I'm also getting ready now to put out the updates to the Scalper Strat related. And I have some other stuff to announce that's getting ready to be launched too. So anyhow, watch for an update later in the day. Good, good. Hurry up, market. Go up here. I want the market to go to one of the recent ranges of price. As you can see, that's a prominent area. If we can get back up here in this area price, then I'll be more likely. And we could get a day where institutionals bring it up here and just keep grinding it. So you do have to be aware of that. Institutionals in lighter volume environments can have at will movements in the market. They can, with the liquidity they have alone, they can move the markets wherever they want at will. So keep that in mind. So remember, anytime you trade in holiday periods, and we got one coming up between Christmas and New Year's, Grade quality. Don't go out and gunsling and don't go out and chase low quality setups. Be really picky. Focus on, focus on the trade setups that you're working and not how much you're going to make. So anyhow, lots of stuff in motion and getting ready, but I will have a timeline that we will be sticking to, that they're going to agree to with me. I'm going to agree to. We're going to finalize that time frame now that they've had time to go through everything. I've gotten back a few rough draft versions that I've blessed and said, yeah, this all looks good to me. So watch a little bit later today after I get through the first couple hours of the trade day. Uh, then I'm going to call it done, and I'm going to be the entire rest of the day today, overnight, the few calls I'll have with the one programmer overnight, all of tomorrow. It's all going to be on launching stuff and software work. I'm going to pull away from the trading since I'm way over profit objectives. I do want to cover one thing. This is super important. I put videos in some of these training rooms so you can see exactly how I'm using some of these tools. I'm about to put a video series. I worked on it in the past and the audio was crap, and then I was going back and narrating over. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I'm just going to redo these. I have a series of videos I'm going to be putting out through the Thanksgiving holidays, and it's how I use the scalper strategy. And I think it's over a 3 day, I either traded 3 days in a row or 4 days in a row in that video series. So I did the same thing for the Evo. Now you're going to get to watch it for the scalper strategy. I think that's really important you watch that. And that will lend to some of these comments myself and others have been making. And hey guys, one thing too, if you're sharing strategies and all that, realize if you put up something on these forums or this Discord, and you see other people doing stuff with it, that's kind of the idea. So don't complain about it or cry about it. This is sharing so everybody can take and show what they're doing with core stuff presented, and then what are you guys doing with stuff where you're off digging in your own parts of the cave to find what's viable as additional mechanisms to create various types of return. So that's all good sharing. So realize that's what we're doing. This is like an open source room. If you put something there, who cares if somebody takes it, tweaks it a little bit, and goes and pretties it up? And then, yeah, we don't want anybody gaming the system or trying to take stuff that's here, call it theirs, and go be selling templates and stuff. Uh, you know, either here or person to person. We don't need any of that other disc. If you guys want to share stuff with each other, that's fine. If you want to do stuff like that, go create your own Discord and go have at it. So let's not do that in our Discord, and appreciate all the comments. Because in the end, we're all trying to make sure we all have the best of the best approaches, settings, and setup possibilities to go create an attack. And I'm very daily profit objective focused. But I will say, I still to this day keep getting at least 1 to 2 emails a week, sometimes more, of this capability. Let's go. I want to remind you of the capabilities out there with these tools. So about 7 or 8 instances in the last, let's see, since probably about September-ish, end of September going into October, I've had people send me templates to go validate settings they're getting like this. I call it gold in that cave, where they're going in and having no problem from beginning of year all the way till the current trading period, not 2 weeks or 3 weeks, all year long getting their daily profit objective. So people have been finding this capability. It is out there. Now, the reality is, do we want everybody on this template? No, that would be horrible. The prop firms right now are sensitive as hell about overwatching everything, what everybody's doing. So we don't want, 157 different TPT account sign up groups of accounts doing the exact same thing, or, Blue Sky or this group or that group. So I put out core stuff that you can use to go attack for daily profit objective. I've shown a lot of stuff on the 1 minute template. I'm adding to the mix stuff you can do on Scalper, and then the new improved version of Scalper will give you even more options. It's out there. One of the issues though with NinjaTrader 8 is it's really hard to uh, completely uh, kind of look at the optimization data and know how valid it is. So what you have to do then is go into, a historical data replay mode. And when you find settings that look workable, go for that time window each day because we're time window based traders as a futures trader trading intermarket and see what it does over an extended period of time, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months or more, and then improvise, adapt, and overcome from there with your adjustments to it to make that better or workable for what your objectives are. So watch these scalper series videos I'll be putting out. It'll lend more to how to go do this because I have about 7 or 8 sets of templates like this that people gave to me to go validate, and all of them were I definitely can see that they're on those what I call gold in the cave. And then taking some of the new Pack 1 tools and with all the outputs we're going to offer, like alone, if you go in and attack these pattern-based setups, what I call the GR88 trade, and make that a signal on your end and work those. I know there's some gold in that cave, and there's going to be definitely going to be gold in the cave with the dual bands and some of the other tools, because all these things will have outputs. So, and this is kind of what you want. You want some hand holding and you want some guidance, but you also want to end up trading something that 157 other traders are not doing the exact same thing. That is counterproductive and could potentially put your account at risk from a disqualification. I don't know anybody yet the entire time we've had the iGRID program going that's lost an account disqualified because, hey, you're doing this, and we see, hey, Johnny, we see you doing this, but Billy Bob over here is doing that. So I guess we got a little news hitting. And again, I can tell this is a lighter volume day so far, and I'm sitting here waiting for some market to get out of this. I just hate taking trades when the market's in the middle of the range. Myself personally, you can do whatever you want. I mean, that short setup, the long setup here this morning leading the open gave you a little bit to work with, and then the short setup after the failure to really press higher has given you a little bit to work with here. But we were coming into a news release, so you really want to be short leading up to news only 6 minutes later as your first trade of the day. So anyhow, I'm sitting back. When I see something I like, I'm going to engage. I'm going to turn on my scalper automated today to do my heavy lifting. I'm not going to be using the chart 1 minute template since we were long before my time window, and I don't really want to watch the market for a long time today. So I need to be more surgical today, and I'm going to use a scalper. So anyhow, when I put out that scalper, how I use the scalper video series, you're absolutely going to want to watch that. I will make a post in the main room, and I'll put that up into the price action training room so anybody can have access to it. So there you have it. Watch for my update video a bit later in the day on the release of all these additional tools in Pack 1, including the dual bands and timelines for that. And then we're going to do the scalper strat update will be first, is the one they want to do first, and then they want to do the Evo strat last for the updates we're adding and the features adds and so on. So there you have it. Have a great trading day. Have a great holiday ahead, but watch for another update internally to the group. I'll put that in the main room later today. You guys have a great trade day, and I will talk to everybody later.